Hey guys, it's BiggestAGFanEVer here, back again, and welcome back to Dollidays Day 8. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about what I wish the Girl of the Year of 2022 was like. So if you didn't see last year, I made a video about what I wanted the Girl of the Year of 2021 to be like. Obviously, as we all know, what I wanted didn't happen, but you guys really enjoyed that video. And not only did you guys really enjoy the video, but you guys really wanted Hana to be created, and a lot of you guys even liked her better than Kira. So since I made that video, so many of you guys have been asking me to make what I want the Girl of the Year of 2022 to be like, so I figured I should finally sit down and share with you guys my big idea of what I want her to be like. I have been brainstorming this idea for so many months now. It is insane. And I really think that she might be even better than Hana was last year. I'm really hoping that you guys also agree with me. One more thing before we get started, because I know last year a bunch of you guys actually sent my video to American Girl, and American Girl actually acknowledged the video. So American Girl, if you happen to be watching this video and you like the idea for my dream Girl of the Year 2022, please make her. I would be so honored if you guys did make her, and obviously you guys could do your own research and change things how you please, but I really think that this doll would make you guys a lot of money. And to everybody who is watching this video, if you end up liking my dream Girl of the Year of 2022, please go ahead and share this video with American Girl so that way you guys can let them know what types of dolls you want them to make. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Start off by creating my dream Girl of the Year of 2022 on American Girl's Create Your Own website. So we're gonna press start, and let's go ahead and find one that looks closest to the doll that I want to create. I think that this one right here might be the closest. Honestly, none of them are really that similar. So we're gonna start off by going into facial features, and her face shape is definitely going to have to be the Addie face mold, because American Girl has never made a Girl of the Year with the Addie face mold, and I think that she would look really cute. And then we're going to give her the darkest skin tone, and although those eyes look really pretty on her, I do want to give her some dark brown eyes. She's not going to have any freckles, braces, or hearing aids. Then as for her haircut is going to be probably this medium straight, but the only thing is that I don't want it to be like actually straight hair. I want it to be textured hair, but imagine it being at like this length. And then as for the hair color, her hair is going to be dark brown. I was thinking between dark brown or black, but I think I want her hair to be dark brown. And then for her hairstyle, I don't really like this hat on her, so I'm just going to give her a headband so that way she doesn't have the hat on. And now, just like last year, we're going to pick out her outfit. And for her outfit, it's not going to be like her actual meet outfit. It's just going to be the outfit that I think is closest to what represents her story. So out of these, like let's create, let's explore, let's move, I honestly feel like the let's explore is the best option, just because of what her story is going to be. And then as for her accessories, let's go ahead and also add the let's explore accessories on with that. And then she is going to have glasses. I don't know if the raspberry color is the best color, because ideally American Girl would make glasses specifically for her, but just know that those would probably be like black or something instead. And then she is going to not come with pierced ears, but obviously you could get her ears pierced. So we did her facial features, her hair, her outfits, and extra. Now let's go ahead and pick out her personality. So as for her name is going to be Kaylee. And yes, I already know that we had a Girl of the Year with the name Kaylee, but it was spelled differently. And as you guys will see for the actual Girl of the Year of 2022, American Girl is reusing a name from a previous Girl of the Year, just with a different spelling. So this is something that American Girl is willing to do. However, if a bunch of people don't like the name, it can just be changed to like Haley instead of Kaylee. And Kaylee's favorite place is going to be probably the lake. Yeah, just because of where her story takes place. Her favorite thing is going to be, I don't want to put nature because it's not necessarily nature. I mean, she does spend a lot of time in nature, but I think that it's a mix between nature and arts and crafts. So I'm going to put arts and crafts just because we have like a nature-y place as her favorite place. And then her pet pal, honestly, I don't think she's going to have a pet pal in her story, and that is Kaylee. Let's go ahead and take a look at her story. So Kaylee has just moved to a new town and she doesn't know anybody in the town. She feels super uncomfortable going to school, and her mom suggests that she join Girl Scouts. And she says that Girl Scouts is a great way for her to make new friends and to meet new girls in her new town, and that Girl Scouts is also a great way to build character and build confidence in herself as well. So Kaylee would be a Girl Scout junior because she is somewhere between grades 4 and 5, which is pretty typical for where an American Girl story takes place. This summer, the Girl Scout troop that she is in is planning to go away to a Girl Scout overnight camp, and Kaylee's mom suggests that she joins too, and that it'll be a great way to really build a bonding experience with the girls in her troop. So Kaylee decides to join the girls and go away to a Girl Scout camp. This will be the majority of her first book. And at the Girl Scout camp, she does a lot of fun activities, which we will get into. And she also becomes really close with the girls in her troop. So the biggest obstacle she overcomes in this book is meeting new girls in her troop and then becoming close to them, because she was really nervous about going to a new school, that she would have no friends. But through Girl Scouts, she met so many new friends that she became really close to over the summer. So at Girl Scout camp, she got to stay in a tent like one of these. So 2 of these are called platform tents, and then the one in the upper right hand corner is called a tabin. It's like a tent and a cabin mixed together. And personally, I was a Girl Scout growing up. I was a Girl Scout from daisies all the way through to the end of Girl Scouts, so from kindergarten to 12th grade. And I went to Girl Scout camp several times throughout the years, and I did stay in both of these at different times in Girl Scout camps, although the tent is definitely more traditional. And at Girl Scout camp, she does a lot of fun activities. Like I said, she goes canoeing with her friends. I remember when I was in Girl Scouts, we did a lot of canoeing and swimming, and it's just great activities to do at summer camp. And then here's another picture of some girls canoeing. This is something that Kaylee and her friends would be doing. And they could also do archery at Girl Scout camp. This was something that I did various different times at Girl Scout camp as well. And of course, you can't go to Girl Scout camp without making fires and cooking over the fire. So she learns all about fire safety and everything with that. And they also make all their meals over the fire. And of course, they have to have s'mores as well. And then when summer camp is over, that is the end of her first book. So like I said, her book was about making new friends and getting accustomed to her new town with Girl Scouts. And then going into her second book, the troop is talking about their Bronze Award, which is a pretty big award in Girl Scouts. There is your Bronze, Silver, and Gold Award. So your Bronze Award, you are eligible to get when you are a Girl Scout junior. And basically, it's a big service project that has to do with helping the community. So her troop is trying to brainstorm different activities that they could do to earn their Bronze Award. And through research online and everything like that, the Bronze Award service project that they decide on is making Plarn sleeping mats for people experiencing homelessness. So this is something that I actually did when I was in Girl Scouts, and I've been doing it ever since then. I probably started doing this around 5th grade, so which would have been the same age as Kaylee would be in the stories. And basically, these Plarn sleeping mats are made out of Plarn, which is plastic yarn. And the plastic yarn you make out of plastic bags. So here is a finished look at what the Plarn sleeping mat looks like, and they are crocheted together, and oftentimes they will also crochet a handle on, so that way the people experiencing homelessness are able to carry it around easier. So here is how you actually make Plarn sleeping mats. what you do is you take the plastic bag and then you cut it into strips, and then you tie the plastic strips together into a big ball like the one in the upper right hand corner. And then using a big crochet hook, you can actually crochet these strands of plarn into the sleeping mats that I showed you earlier. And I have done every single step of making plarn mats over the years, and it is actually a lot of fun to make. So Kaylee and her troupe would be working together to make plarn mats for people experiencing homelessness for their bronze award. And so every story kind of has to have some type of a conflict. So the conflict in this story is that maybe Kaylee is not as good as making these plarn sleeping mats. Maybe she can't get the steps right and she's kind of struggling, and she's embarrassed because the other girls in her troupe understand it so much easier than her. So she's kind of embarrassed to reach out to them for help. But then the girls in her troupe notice that she's struggling, and they all work together to teach Kaylee how to do it right. And then Kaylee realizes that she could have just asked for help from the beginning, and that her troop would have been there to support her all along. Because that's what's really cool about Girl Scouts, is that you do become like a family. You can trust these girls, and they're always there to help you, and they will always support you no matter what. So that's kind of like the theme of the second story, is that you can work together as a team to get things done to help other people. And so in the end, they end up making a lot of sleeping mats for the people experiencing homelessness, and they're able to give it out to the people in their community that need it the most, and they end up earning their bronze award by doing this service project. So this entire story is not outside of the realm of what American Girl could do, because back in the 90s, American Girl did release this outfit right here, which is a Girl Scout outfit, and it was inspired by a Girl Scout Junior outfit. So this is definitely something that American Girl could do, because it seems like they did partner at one point with Girl Scouts of America. So this type of a Girl of the Year is something that is very plausible and honestly really good. And I will get into why it is a really good idea, and I really think that American Girl should make this doll in a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at her collection. So these are some of the items that I brainstormed to be in her collection. So first off, we have her meat outfit. So it would have a pink, soft, button-up cropped cardigan, and underneath the cardigan there would be a white lace tank top, and then she would come with some ripped mom jeans and a pair of white shoes. And then the next outfit would be her camp outfit. So from every single Girl Scout camp that I went to, they always had like a camp shirt, and it had the camp name on it, and usually the year as well. So this is one I found off the internet from a day camp. So it would just be kind of inspired by the camp that Kaylee is going to. And of course, she has to have a bandana to protect her hair from bugs and ticks and the sun. And bandanas have so many uses with Girl Scout camp. And what's cool about all of these outfits and the items in her collection is that they have a pretty big opportunity for learning about safety to be attached to them. So with each item, American Girl could even include a pamphlet showing why they made the items this way, to talk about the importance of safety and things like that. And then the next thing would be a pair of shorts. So girls usually either wear jean shorts or like these Nike kind of running shorts to Girl Scout camp. And we wear the shorts because it's really hot out in the summer and you don't really want to be wearing pants, although some girls do wear pants. To protect yourself from ticks, mosquitoes, poison ivy, and sunburn, a lot of girls will often wear knee-high socks as well. That way, even if you're not wearing long jeans, your entire legs aren't exposed to the elements. And then of course you want a good pair of walking shoes as well with this collection. The next outfit would be her Girl Scout uniform, which would be pretty similar to the one that American Girl made back in the 90s. They could do kind of the same thing. Over to the far left, you see two different variations of the Girl Scout Junior outfit. You could have the vest, which is on the top, or the sash, which is on the bottom. Personally, when I was younger, I had the sash, but I'm seeing a lot more girls do the vest nowadays. So either or they could do. And then the photo in the middle, you could see the girls in the green are the juniors, and those are some typical Girl Scout uniforms. Personally, I didn't have the full Girl Scout uniform. I only had the sash, and we would just wear it over a dress, like the dress on the far right. for our bridging ceremony or very important Girl Scout events. However, if they wanted to make it more focused on Girl Scouts specifically, they could make the full uniform like the girls are wearing in the middle. The next item in her collection would be her pajamas, and these would be the pajamas she would wear to Girl Scout camp. She has a pair of Girl Scout pajamas. The pants are Girl Scout cookie themed, and then she has some slippers, which you really wouldn't bring to Girl Scout camp, but I thought that they looked cute with the outfit. And then the shirt would say some type of a Girl Scout saying like, make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. And I thought that that would be a really cute shirt to put into her story because she is all about making new friends in Girl Scouts. And then the next outfit in her collection would be her swimsuit. So it's just a cute summer swimsuit that would be perfect for when she goes canoeing or swimming out in the lake. And of course you need a life jacket too when you are doing those activities. So I thought it would be cute to have a kind of matching life jacket to go with the swimsuit. And now let's get into her camping essentials. So these are the most important things that she needs for Girl Scout camp. Obviously there are so many more things that American Girl could add to this camping essentials, but these are just some of the ones that I came up with. So she would need a backpack, some bug spray, some sunscreen, a water bottle, a flashlight, a mess kit, which is basically some plates and bowls that kind of fold up into one thing. They actually made this back when they had Molly available, so it is another thing that they are capable of making. And then also a sit-upon is something that we use at Girl Scout camp that you can use to put on the floor so that way you can sit on the ground without getting your butt wet. The next set would be her arts and crafts set. So in this set, it's going to have everything that she's going to need to make plarn, but also everything she's going to need to sew on her patches and badges to her sash or vest, and then also things to make something called swaps, which we will get into later. So this is basically going to have everything from sewing to just general arts and crafts to crocheting. And these are some of the things that I think should be in this set. So we have a sewing box, which is just gonna hold all of her arts and crafts stuff. It's not going to be necessarily just sewing. And then we have some scissors, some glue. They could even include the little hot glue gun that they just made for the World by Us line. And then obviously the crochet stuff as well. The next set is her Girl Scouts Essentials set. So in this set, it would have all of the badges, patches, swaps, and her bronze award that she earns, as well as the Girl Scouts Junior Handbook, which tells you all the things that you need to know about being a Girl Scout Junior and how to earn different badges. So this is going to pertain more to her second book. It's going to be all the things that she has by the end of her second book from Girl Scouts. And then moving on to some of the more big ticket items, I guess. The first thing is the cookie booth. You really can't talk about Girl Scouts without Girl Scout cookies. So something they could add to her collection is the Girl Scout cookie booth, and it'd basically be a table, and then it would have boxes with all the different Girl Scout cookies, and then it would have miniature versions of the Girl Scout cookies, and then the front of the booth would have to have some type of a sign saying that it's Girl Scout cookies, and maybe also her troop number as well. Some other things that they could add to this set as well would be like a mini metal money box, and then also some money as well. The next set is her s'mores set. So this would be a campfire, and ideally it would light up to look like a real campfire. There would be the rocks, and then they'd have a little box of graham crackers and some chocolate and marshmallows, and then maybe some put together s'mores as well. And then also the sticks to cook the marshmallows. And then another very important thing to have with a fire is always a bucket of water. And this was something that they taught us in Girl Scout camp, was that if the fire got out of control, you'd always have a bucket of water there so that way you could put it out right away. So once again, this is another set that they could include one of those pamphlets for the learning and safety information. The next big ticket item would be her canoe set. So it would be a canoe and the paddles, and maybe it could have some cute little name on the side of it, or like the name of her Girl Scout camp that she goes to. And then they could also make an archery set. I know American Girl made an archery set a couple years ago. So once again, this is something that they could definitely make for dolls. And then the last set in this collection would be her bed/tent set. I wasn't really sure if we should do another tent because Kira had a platform tent this year. So I thought of an alternative if they didn't want to do the typical platform tent, would be more of like bunk beds. So the bunk beds would be made out of wood, and then they would come with sleeping bags with the beds. It would have a bug net attached to it. As you see, the beds under the actual tent have the bug net attached to it. The bunk bed that American Girl would make for the dolls would also have the bug net, but it would be removable in case you just wanted to use it as a regular bunk bed. That way you could just use it as a nice wooden bunk bed for your dollhouse, but then you could put the mosquito netting on top of it if you decide that you want to use it for the actual like Girl Scout camping experience. And here's a look at Molly's tent that they had back when Molly was available. As you can see, it looks really similar to the tents that I showed you right here. So once again, this is something that American Girl can make. So now that we've taken a look at Kaylee's story and her entire collection, I'm going to explain to you guys why this doll needs to be made. So first, let's take a look at the Girl Scout values. So Girl Scouts is all about building character and confidence and making the world a better place. And if that sounds familiar, that is because that's literally what American Girl's mission statement is too. So I pulled all of these quotes from American Girl's website, and as you can see in all of the quotes, they all talk about empowering girls, building confidence and character to change her and change the world. So the overlap between American Girl and Girl Scouts is insane. So why not make the overlap into a Girl of the Year? And if you think that it's just my bias being a prior Girl Scout, I decided to ask you guys on Instagram how many of you guys know about and are into Girl Scouts, and the results basically line up with all of the facts that I just said. 98% of my followers said that they knew of Girl Scouts, and around 50% of them were or currently are a Girl Scout, and then 86% of them have known somebody that was or is a Girl Scout. And obviously, if you're following me on Instagram, you're already into American Girl, so you can see that the target audiences between these two groups really line up. So what else could American Girl and Girl Scouts do with this Girl of the Year? I think that there is so much more that they could do besides just making her a Girl of the Year. They could partner with Girl Scouts and have an American Girl themed Girl Scout camp. So Girl Scout camps, you can go to just like a generic Girl Scout camp that's just about camping and all that. But when I was in Girl Scouts, they had Girl Scout camps themed around like popular things at the time. So Hunger Games was really popular when I was going to Girl Scout camp. So I went to like a Hunger Games Girl Scout camp where it focused more on like survival skills and all of that. So they could do a Girl of the Year 2022 Girl Scout camp where you get to do all of the things that Kaylee did in her story at Girl Scout camp at your Girl Scout camp. And then maybe you could also bring a doll with you. So that would be so cool for American Girl to partner with Girl Scouts and do that as well, because that would get more girls interested in wanting to join Girl Scouts, and then it would get the girls that are already in Girl Scouts more interested in American Girl because they want to go to the cool new Girl Scout camp. Something else that American Girl could do is that they could have these Plarn making events at the American Girl stores. So American Girl does events where they like sometimes do arts and crafts or doll hairstyles in the stores, and they like teach you how to do it and all that. So why not do an event where they teach kids how to make Plarn so that way they can go ahead and make their own sleeping mats for people experiencing homelessness. And it could be like the Girl of the Year 2022 event where you go to the store and you learn how to make the Plarn sleeping mats. On top of that, they could also do where if you bring in a certain amount of plastic shopping bags, you get a discount from American Girl. Because making these sleeping mats takes a lot of plastic bags. The average sleeping mat takes around 600 to 700 plastic bags, which is insane. However, it is also a great way to like reuse them and recycle them, which also fits into Girl Scouts and American Girl as well, especially with the new World by Us line. Something else American Girl and Girl Scouts could do together is they could do, if you are a Girl Scout, if you sell a certain amount of Girl Scout cookies during cookie season, you get a discount at American Girl. And then they could also have Girl Scout cookie booths set up in these stores. So during cookie season, I'm sure you've seen it before if you're in the United States, you go to the grocery store and they have like the cookie booths set up outside, and the Girl Scouts are trying to sell you Girl Scout cookies. So why not have the Girl Scouts also inside of the American Girl place selling cookies there? This would get more people to buy cookies, which is beneficial for Girl Scouts, obviously. And it would also get more people into the American Girl place, especially stores like Chicago and New York, where you are like in the middle of the city. If you have a cookie booth right there, it would get people into the stores to buy American Girl stuff as well. So overall, I know I just threw a lot of information at you guys, but this has been something that I have been working on for so many months now, and I really wish that American Girl would make this doll. I think that the values of Kaylee line up perfectly with American Girl's mission, but also Girl Scouts' mission as well. I think that this Girl of the Year would sell really good, and it could even open the door to future opportunities with Girl Scouts that have to do with helping the world. So before we end this video and move on to opening the advent calendar, I just wanted to say that if you guys do like Kaylee and her story, please share it once again with American Girl so that way they know what types of dolls that the community wants them to make. So now let's go ahead and open up today's date in the advent calendar. So now it's time to open up day 8 of the advent calendar. And on it we have some cookie cutters and some oven mitts. So let's go ahead and see what it is. So it looks like it's perfect that they put oven mitts on the box because day 8 is an oven mitt. So you see that it is all blue, and then there are sugar cookies in various different shapes. So there are candy canes, snowflakes, bells, Christmas trees, and stars on it. Then there is a red rim around the bottom, and the back also looks the same, and it does have a little bit of padding as well. And I guess that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave this video a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon so you'll be notified every single time that I upload. And be sure to comment your thoughts below on my Dream Girl of the Year of 2022, Kaylee. And finally, be sure to follow me over on my Instagram. It is _BiggestAGFanEVer_ to see behind the scenes of my channel, as well as a bunch of cute photos of my dolls. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye!